One of the most storied venues in college football, Notre Dame Stadium in South Bend, Indiana. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. It's the Oregon Ducks and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
I caught up with the Ducks head coach before the game. He is so excited because this crowd has been one of their best assets all season. They make every game difficult. When a hard opponent comes in, the crowd rises to their best occasion. And he's been telling the students all week, we need you today. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. For a strong kick to get this one underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Complete to start this drive. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Caught in the backfield, it's Bear.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
The Ducks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Running inside, it's Davison. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Grabbed behind the line. It's Hill. Down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover, and you saw a great example of it with that running back.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. On the gun, on 3rd down, Dante Moore. Makes the grab on the left. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
And the Ducks will line it up on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Davison. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. Now here's Moore. Unloads to the wideout. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
The Ducks will call on their punt team. They ought to be able to use this first punt to pin them deep. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Extra blockers on the field. Offense goes full house. They'll give it to the back. Got enough for the first. At the 40, there he goes. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. They came out hot on this drive. One play and already near midfield. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. The give is to Williams. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He'll be brought down at the 46, and he is well short of that first down marker. 4th down coming.
46-yard line. Now, 4th down.
No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Has to get there to move the sticks. And some great fourth down defense against the run.
Nice job by the defense on fourth down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that fourth down play. Really good job by this defense.
They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. Creates maybe some room here. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the second quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. Might as well give it to him again. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
These are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. You don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. These teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to...
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
That's a great play by this defense. It's hard when you go against a guy that's so good at the quarterback spot. He can make so many plays, but the defense understood that rep. Nice job getting to him, corralling him, getting him on the ground, and creating the big sack.
He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. Here come the Irish, back on offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs. Oh, he's got some space. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Well, I'll tell you, when you start a game as well as this guy did on the opening drive, you're going to earn more touches later. And finally, they hand it off to him here on the second drive. But he's really shot out of a cannon in this game. Really like the way he's running right now. He's running hard. He's running with authority. They need to keep giving him the football.
They'll ride the hot hand.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. The give is to Williams. He locked up and held on to bring him down. Notre Dame lines up quickly. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
Offenses that are great on third downs, what do they do most of the time? They keep it in manageable situations where they're not predictable, not just dropping back to pass. They do it here on 3rd and short. They convert. This offense has been so efficient on third downs all throughout this season.
Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. The give to the back. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Here's Carr to throw. Gets it out quickly. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. And here they come going for the first down on 4th and 2. Quarterback making checks. Fourth down, Carr. He's got it, first down and more. Snags it and he's open. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Oh, and he finds his slot receiver on that 4th down throw, and I'll tell you, this guy's not the biggest receiver in college football, but he does such a good job working the middle of the field. He's just able to get open and read coverage. Every quarterback loves having a slot receiver like that.
Wide receiver comes in motion. From the red zone, it's Williams. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together. The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going.
To the air, it's Carr. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. Fires downfield. He's open on the right. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. Now Oregon will call it second timeout. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down. On 1st and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish! There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy, time and time again, trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. Turning it on! Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. Took just one play and they got it almost to midfield. First down from the 49. Right back to the well. Still running at the 40. Turning on the Jets. And he ran away from the crowd and he'll take it in. Touchdown Ducks!
And that makes you feel so good as an offense. When you can score late in the first half in a 2-minute type situation, the extra point's going to give you the lead. Makes you feel so much better heading into halftime.
And they tacked on the extra point. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Motion from the back. Snap to the back. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. The give is to Williams. He'll be stopped for no gain, and we're not far away from that whistle blowing to end festivities here in the first half. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Out across the 25 to the 26, but needed a little bit more. It'll be 4th down. Notre Dame will now use its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking for a push on 4th down. And he's tackled at the line of scrimmage, and the defense holds. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Interesting first half, fellas, and an eye-opening day here in Week 10 on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's get things popping with Maryland taking on the number 22 team, the Purdue Boilermakers. And it's the Terrapins, able to pull off the upset by just a score. Going to be fun to see how this changes up the rankings. And that's now 4 W's on the season. This one could be a confidence builder, not only in the context of this season, but also what that group of underclassmen can do down the road.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Might be changing the route. Carr. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. They'd love nothing more than to take advantage of that early second-half turnover and cash in and tack a little bit more onto this lead. Moore will throw. Complete. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. On the move. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. And if you can just give them a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done now.
It'll be a run on 3rd and short. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. And this one sails through just inside that left upright. Now up by 4 here in the 3rd quarter.
And that's a really good response by this defense. Their offense throws an interception, puts them in bad field position. They respond with a stop, force a field goal. Yeah, they got 3 points, but great job by this defense.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Throwing, Carr. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. Second half, they come out. They're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big play and stay aggressive. But so far, on every level of this defense, they've been dominant.
The give is to Williams. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Here's Carr to throw. Fires to the big fella. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Offense trying to catch them napping. Looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. Carr to throw for it on 4th. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Notre Dame right back to the line.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Looking to pass. It's Carr. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting him a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
Notre Dame comes to the line needing a chunk play on 3rd down.
Here we go. Ready. Wide.
He wants to change this route.
Level. Ready, go.
Carr from the gun on 3rd down. Hit as he throws. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom, I'm going to throw this slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Well, after they struggled running the ball in the first half, you just wonder if this coaching staff made some adjustments at halftime and just said, look, we've got to get more physical, and we've got to own the line of scrimmage. After that successful run, they got...
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give is to Williams. There he goes. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Making side adjustments here. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got his man to the left. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. Back to pass, it's Carr. Steps away. Got out of trouble and throws. Right on the money.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Looking down the middle. Nearly picked off there, and he might be the last guy on the field you'd expect to drop that one. It'll be third down.
Well, talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight, they thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
Again, it's Carr. On target. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. Notre Dame comes to the line that last completion, giving them a fresh set of downs. Carr. Under fire. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's second down.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long.
Booster!
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Got his man on the right.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
They'll use the running game on first and goal. He is denied, and it'll be second and goal. Notre Dame lines up quickly. They go right back to their man on second and goal. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. The Irish punch back. They got the score they needed, but this isn't over.
No, don't call it a comeback yet. The first part, step 1 accomplished. But this offense obviously still has work to do, but the defense has to go out and get a stop and get him the ball back.
Throwing, Carr. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Stumbled to the ground.
Defense doing their job, getting that last stop, and now 3rd in California. Not a lot of play calls to convert this, so defensively, let's get off the field now. The clock's running. We need to give it back to our offense with as much time as possible.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. Oh, they're after him. He's got it. Lowers those pads. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
And that is big time late in the game that you can trust your quarterback to still throw the football because you know it's only a few more first downs, and this one's over. Nice to have a guy like that you can trust.
Quickly to the tight end, and he'll be brought down.
Nice job recognizing the route defensively there. As soon as that ball was thrown, that defender knew exactly who it was going to, and he was able to make the tackle at the perfect time. No gain on that one.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll move the wide receiver. Holds and fires complete to the right. Breaks into the open. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31.
Today's game in football, it's about getting your speedsters in space. Why? Because you let them do the rest. You get them the football quickly, let them break tackles. You see so many times them making plays after the catch. So hard to stop.
2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. The Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. No wasted time as the defense uses a timeout here. 1:54 left to play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll go play action with Moore. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Under fire. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath.
And after that completion, it's decision time now for the head coach. Do you kick a field goal, add to your lead, and make it more difficult on the opposing offense, or do you trust your quarterback to make one more big completion here and ice the game?
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. Makes a grab and room to run. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.
I love the play call in this situation. You need 1 first down to ice the game, so you're just throwing to the sticks, trusting your quarterback to make the right read. In rhythm, they get it done. They're going to walk out of here with the win, David.
And this used to be a situation where you'd see offenses get very conservative, run the football. We gotta play safe. No. I'm putting the ball in my best player's hands, telling him to go end this thing, and he does exactly that.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the 4th quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find